So I just did a review on the vintage old gold cigarettes about 15-20 minutes ago, and I've decided they're so good, and because nicotine's addicting, that we're going to do another review, part 2. But we're going to include something that was missing on the first video: a nice cold beer. Not only any beer. This is Four Hands Brewing Company Milk Stout Nitro. So, without further ado, I'm going to crack this beer gently. Ooh, listen to that. We're going to get a nice glass. We're going to enjoy a second vintage old gold cigarette. 4 left. So I might as well make them count. There's nothing like a cigarette than a cigarette with a nice cold beer. Good beer. So let's pour this gently. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that nice dark color. It's a milk stout, by the way. I think it'll complement the old gold perfectly. There we go. Look at that. Alright. I guess it has a malty scent to it. Nice cream head, as you could say. Very smooth. Highly recommend it. So if you haven't seen the first video, I opened this package of vintage old cold cigarettes, probably from the 60s. I'm guessing. I really don't know. The code on the back is it says Series 118. Let's see that. Series 118. And like I said in the last video, they had a very floral scent, and it was very smooth. So I'd like to try another one and complement it with a beer. Foil pack. Got these on eBay for $13. And we're going to just try another one because it was so good. I think it's, might as well. What's the saying? Smoke them if you've got them. Pull one out here. So, like the last one, it does have a little bit of kind of discoloration on the outside. I don't know if we can see that a little bit. I don't know if that's mold or... I guess it could be. In the back here, there's some... It almost looks like burn marks, almost. I don't know. Just like it got really hot or dry. You can tell the cigarettes were packed. They don't do that nowadays. Look at that. That was packed like that. All those years, it's still packed like that. Again, I don't know how old, but I'm pretty old. Got a nice feel. It does feel dry. And it has a perfume. It smells like a vintage perfume, like a lady's perfume. Which, like I said in the last video, I think is pretty interesting. I don't know if they're supposed to smell like that. Probably just is how they age. And, yeah, the outside of the pack really had no discernible smell before I opened it. And, yeah. It's very sweet, perfumey. Smells like perfume. Smells good. But it smells like perfume. I don't know what, there's no other way of describing it. Alright. So let's see how they go together. Again, vintage old golds. Just opened it about 20 minutes ago. Bought them on eBay for 13 bucks. No Surgeon General warning or anything. It actually says on the side, Factory number 8, 5th District, State of New Jersey. Notice. I don't know if this is interesting or not. The manufacturer of the cigarettes herein contained has complied with all of the requirements of law. Every person is cautioned not to use either this package for cigarettes again, or the stamp thereon again, nor to remove the contents of this package without destroying said stamp, under the penalties provided by law in such cases, made in the USA. Factory number 8, 5th District of New Jersey. 5 cigarettes. There were 5. Now there's 4. After this, there'll be 3. So, I figured it's a shame to open them, but let's enjoy them. What the heck? And, you know, I don't even know if it's a good idea to be smoking them because of how old they are, but the last one tasted pretty good. And I figure anything that's burning is going to be, you know. Got that one in the eye. And the smoke smells like perfume. It smells like floral. It smells like flowers almost. Old flowers maybe. Potpourri. Almost smells like our grandma's, and it tastes almost like your grandmother's perfume would. Like if you were to go in her room and she had all those perfumes there, that smell. It's like kind of what it smells and tastes like. Very smooth, like no harshness. Oh, man, I can see why so many people got addicted to these back in the day. And it does. It makes the beer, even the smoke. Like the smell I can smell from the cigarette. I smell in the smoke. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, imagine if you were to age cigarettes for what, 60 years? Is that how long? 50 years? These are from the 60s? Say 40 years. How much those would cost? I think $13 a steal to be able to experience something with so much history behind it. I mean, I know Old Gold probably isn't the biggest name, but I think back in the day it was like, I think I read it was the 4th most popular brand of cigarettes. Good flavor. Get a little bit of that unfiltered tobacco in your mouth, but the smoke, the aroma, even when you're smoking it, smells floral. I can't get over that. Normally when you're smoking a cigarette, you don't really smell the smoke. Like, all I can smell is like woman's perfume. It's so weird. I know. I can't get over it. It has this, I would say, quite pleasant aroma. Like, it doesn't taste stale. Like, you would think it'd be. I thought I was gonna light this up, and it was gonna be stale and nasty and taste like crap. Because I remember stealing a pack of my grandmother's Camel unfilters, and I had them for a long time, and I smoked one. Oh my god, the thing was rank. It was like nasty and dry and bitter. This, no. Nice smooth inhale. The beer is so smooth. Oh, burns nice and slow. If anybody out there is interested in trying old vintage cigarettes, I would highly recommend it. At least so far. Nothing bad has happened yet. Again, I don't know if it's the best idea to be smoking old cigarettes. I mean, they're unopened. They're totally unopened. You know, in their original packaging, I didn't see any, you know, signs of like bugs getting in. They must have been stored properly. They probably came from maybe a Army accessory pack that had been sealed up for years. That's the only way I could imagine these would be in such good condition. I really don't know. I don't know if anybody has any information about these, and you know, I couldn't find anything online about like the accessory packs other than they supposedly came in some Army rations, like accessory packs, like back when you used to get cigarettes in C rations and B rations or whatever. It's a shame there's only 4 of them, 3 of them now. That's how good it is. God damn. In that smell, that aroma of like this perfume, this sweet smell, just isn't going away. Later on, my girlfriend gets home, I'm gonna have her smoke one, and I'm gonna have her do a review and see what she thinks. She usually smokes Camel Crushes, which honestly Tastes nasty compared to this. Old Gold. Burns nice and smooth. I don't really know what else to say other than just sit here and enjoy smoking this with you guys. It's almost a shame it's going to be gone. Almost a shame. Too bad they're so bad for you. Well, that's the thing with smoking, man. Like, God. It just tastes so good and it's so bad. Like, I mean, you can feel it in your mouth. Kind of makes my mouth tingle a little bit. You know, when you smoke a cigarette, kind of it's like burning your mouth. But, wow. Every time you get a drag, that same aroma, that same flavor comes through. Even down to this point. It tastes like it smells. It tastes like perfume almost. Which I guess, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it's not like a bad taste. I guess it's just how the tobacco aged. You know, it's mellowed out over all those years. It must have. That's the only thing I can imagine. I can't imagine it tasted like that when it was new. You know? For all I know, maybe someone spilled fucking perfume on it or some shit. I don't know, but it didn't seem like it. Like, the outside of the package didn't smell like that. Maybe where it was stored, it picked up the sense of perfume. Maybe it was in someone's drawer where they kept their perfume. I have no idea. Yeah, that's it. That's where it's at. Old Gold. I don't even think they still make them anymore. Yeah, so this cigarette has lasted, it's been almost 12 minutes. Cigarettes don't last that long nowadays. I sure as hell don't think so. It's like Folgers, good to the last drop. Still good. And it is pretty strong. But it's still very smooth. Almost a shame to put it out. It's getting to that point. It's getting to that point. Fuck. You gotta put it out. Interesting. That's about all she wrote. That's sad putting it out. That's why they're so addicting. So that's it. That was my Old Gold cigarette review. I don't know if I did a good job or not. Vintage. Even that package is still shiny. You can see me in the reflection. Maybe the beer's kicking in a little bit. Anyway. It is what it is, as they say. And it was quite delicious. Thanks for watching.